Oh my gosh.
in the world does he think this is enough for... Okay. Someone keeps turning our ice machine off, so I should probably have the microphone facing like this. That way it's, you know, facing me. Someone keeps turning our ice machine off, and so there's no ice. Wouldn't you know it? Trying to use up all these half-empty, mostly empty boxes of cups we have. Overall, my first impressions of this camera are very good. The only thing I can say is the buttons on the control pad, they just feel a little cheap. And I've heard reviewers say the same thing. So I'm not exactly coming up with that opinion completely on my own, but I certainly agree it's not the greatest. But the fact that the control pad comes off, oh, okay, like, totally worth it. sitting still is also a good test to see how good it is at not overheating. Because before, driving around, you know, it had airflow. Now it's just sitting still, but it's probably like 60 degrees out here, maybe slightly more, so this isn't that hard of a test. These cups at the bottom feel kind of soggy. They almost look like they're a different size, but I don't know. Water. This is one of the wackiest things I've ever done, putting barely any ice into the coolers, but there's no ice to put in them, so. Right in the funny bone. The tracking seems really good on this, and it doesn't have any sort of, tell me you don't have a rotation lock. You do? I didn't know it had a rotation lock. That sucks. I mean, it's a super wide range, but my DJI Mobile 8 doesn't have no gosh darn rotation lock. But it is nice, it can lock in place when it's off, so that might be necessary. I did not think it had rotation. What am I doing? I'm completely just, my mind is on the camera, not thinking about my job in the slightest. You can see me there. Can't see me any further. What a shame. Oh my goodness. I hate putting cups into this. And they don't fall into the next cup. They fall to the side and you gotta mess with it. Should be more than enough cups to last a good while. I'll be back here soon enough once our ice machine fills back up to do these coolers again. Come with me, camera. My next task is going to be taking care of all the divots out there. Oh yeah. Okay, so after, I've already done the coolers, my boss decided, after I told him I had to split half a cooler of ice between two coolers, he then decided, okay, let's finally go to the kitchen and get the ice we need. So, wish he could have told me that before I did all this.
There was a deer 2 feet away from you.
Nice.
Hey! Bro, don't give
It
up.
could have reached over and
Okay. Mucho agua. Okay, so over here, I pretty much have everything over here and along the bottom edge. I still have a few things in the middle to grab. And there's some big stuff on that edge, but mostly it's all over there on the far right. So I'll take care of that here in a moment, but right now it's lunchtime, so yep. The house over there is supposed to be a recreation of the clubhouse at Augusta National. A little bit of condensation on the camera. I hope that's not inside somehow. Oh my God. There's no fucking way. I fear my brand new camera. I have gotten it wet and I have condensation inside the lens. Well, it's fucked. Okay, I think I was having just a little girly moment, but we'll see if that comes back. When I was rubbing the lens, this is a wet, oh come on. Show it. This is a wet napkin I was using, and I was just dabbing it and not wiping, barely putting any pressure on it. To try and be as protective as possible, not getting any scratches on the glass. But then I was like, if I end up having this camera for years, I know I'm just gonna wipe the lens eventually with my t-shirt, so let's just be honest with ourselves for a moment. And so long as that condensation doesn't come back, should be good. Insta360 does say this camera is not weather resistant at all, which I kind of figured based on it having an open SD card port. Please fucking tell me that's not condensation coming back. It actually is fucked. God damn it. Okay, so I left the camera recording in 8K for a good 20 minutes. Very impressed that it did not overheat and have to shut down. So we're gonna see if the lenses condensate again. If they end up having condensation on the inside again, there's a couple things I could try. Now, I will say, after that 20 minutes of 8K, it heated up enough that the condensation seemed to go away, and I'm hoping it evaporated out of the camera and also didn't leave like any residue on the inside. Who knows though? I wouldn't think it would leave any residue. I'm just hoping it's gone. So on my way to dump. And if there is still condensation on the inside, there's two things I can do. I can put the camera in a Ziploc or, you know, some other sort of Tupperware, some sort of waterproof airtight container, and leave it in with some silica packets. Or the thing I really don't want to have to do is buy the insurance for the camera and then make a claim, or I could try returning it and, you know, hoping they have no way to tell that it's got condensation on the inside. Yeah, we're good for now. I don't see any sort of residues or anything. So I'm gonna dump all that. I still don't see any condensation. The white, the sky being how it is, it's so overcast. It's, you know, I'm looking at the camera and you know, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, there's the blur from the condensation, but no, nothing yet. Okay, so I think we might be in the clear. I recorded for this for a little bit and it seemed fine. More testing will tell. The day is over. I'm kind of late leaving, unfortunately. So the live editing stream is going to be delayed. Not if I start it on the phone. Seems like it's set up the buttons on this camera, two under the screen, to be quick function, do special things. And I kind of need to. You know, I like the trigger on the back of my DJI Mobile 8. Kind of wanted to grab something from in here, but I highly doubt the door is unlocked. But if it is, it'd be great. Nope. Wow, I haven't seen my boss drive that car in years. Wonder what's the occasion. The troop life. Normally he drives a Mazda CX-9. And here's my ride. So my drive home goes through some national forest type area. This drive is a whole lot more fun when I don't have slow cars in front of me. Like, what the heck? I want to go fast. But no. Oh. A local Miata group called Miatas at the Gap. This is one of the routes they take, and I am very proud of the fact that this is my commute to work every day. So if there is any Miata driver who knows this road better than anybody, any other Miata driver, it's me. I'm so glad the condensation didn't stick around and that my camera is not completely destroyed. That is beautiful right there. Can you smell it? Grocery store Asian chicken. Specifically Ingles chicken. It's the most delicious thing in the entire world, as long as you get it fresh.
And you said sweet and sour.
Yep. Hello?
You too.
No, but it's fine.
The fish. You know, what is like the little one in this one?
Nope.
Is one.